Hi everyone, welcome back to Stamp with Anna, and today I'm going to show you how I made this great, cute, bright birthday card. And as I've been saying in a couple of my videos, this year in 2021, I decided to shake up how I do my customer thank you notes. Usually every month, at the end of the month, I would mass produce cards and send one to everyone who had placed an order the prior month. But I decided that I was going to try something new, and I'm going to keep doing it until I can keep up with it. Instead of mass producing a card, I'm going to make each one of the customers a card using some of the products that they ordered. That way they can see different ways to use their order and already have a jumping off point for ideas. So this particular customer made me put my thinking cap on. Among her order, it was more supplies than stamps. She ordered sponge daubers. She ordered Wink of Stella. And one of the colors that she ordered was a Magenta Madness ink pad. And I really had to do some thinking about how I was going to, what I was going to do for this thank you card. And this is what I came up with. And I'm going to show you it's actually pretty easy to do. So, first thing I'm going to do is I have a piece of basic white, which is 3 3/4 by 5. And I'm going to put it on a piece of scrap paper. And I'm going to make my own background polka dot paper. And it's really rather easy. I mean, it takes a little bit of time, but it's easy. So I'm going to start with a dot in the middle, and then I'm going to go up to the end. Now be careful, because you do get it on your fingers, and then you get it on your project. So, and when I get to the end, I am going to go off. Then I'm going to come back and put one, I'm offsetting the stamp, the circle. And it does go rather quickly, and there's no right or wrong. They don't have to be absolutely perfect. I'm going to turn this around and work on the other side. I'm going to put one right here. I'm going to come on this side and go in between these. And you can see, look how quick that was. And my custom background paper is just about done. There we go. Need polka dot paper but don't have it? There you go. Now you do. So, I'm going to put this aside just a tad bit. It's a lot of ink, so I want to have that dry. So I have a piece of cardstock, and this is Mango Melody. This is a color that I almost never, ever use, and I decided to use it. And this is 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. Then I have a piece of Bermuda Bay, which is 4 by 5 1/4. And with my Stampin' Seal, I'm going to attach that to the front of my card. Now I think enough time has passed, and my custom polka dots are dry. And again, this was 3 3/4 by 5. I'm going to attach my adhesive and drop that down. Okay. Now, to make my embellishments here, so now I have a scrap piece of basic white, and I'm going to stamp my sentiment, which is happy, right in the middle there. Now I'll tell you about happy, where I got that stamp set, in just a minute. And using the classic label punch, I'm going to cut that out, punch that out. Now, the classic label punch is perfect for all these small little sentiments. It is retiring. It's on the last chance list. So it's while supplies last. If you have it in your budget, I would suggest you grabbing one of these. Now, I'm going to show you how I'm going to make this a little smaller. I'm going to bring this up to the, I'm going to have my sentiment off to the side there. I want to make sure I'm in view here. Off to the right side, and then I'm going to punch. Okay? Now, I only want about this much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to feed this back in. The hardest part of this technique is getting it back in there. I'm going to feed that back in. Now I need a little bit left over because I'm going to tie a ribbon. So right about like that, I'm going to stamp. I'm going to punch that out. Okay, and there's my happy. Now I have a tiny scrap of Bermuda Bay, and I'm going to punch that out as well. Okay. Now this is going to be attached right to the center of that. I'm going to bring in my Stampin' Seal. And put that right in the middle of my tag. Okay, now I have a piece, a little bit of ribbon. This is, what is this? It's Bermuda Bay, and it is stitched ribbon. And I'm just going to make a tiny little knot right off to the side here, just to give it some dimension. I didn't want my tag to be naked, so I decided to give it some ribbon. And when I get it to where I want it, I'm just going to tie a simple knot. It off to where I want it, and then I'm going to cut my tails off. With some mini dimensionals, I'm going to put one on either end. I'm going to put this right about here. Okay. Then I have some jewels. That I'm going to put on the ends of my banner. Okay. Now, the last thing we have to do is cut out the birthday. And this is where I'm going to explain where everything came from. This stamp set is called Well Said. And it's a 2-piece stamp set. And it has single words. This is where I got the happy from. And the second piece has all inside words. So I'm doing happy birthday. And the inside of my card's going to say the best thing about today is you. It also has coordinating die set, which is called Well Written. And there's where you do your whole mixing. You have that happy. I'm going to use that happy. And I'm going to die cut this birthday out. So I'm going to make happy birthday. Then we have a bride, groom. We have actual happy. So you could do happy anniversary, happy Father's Day, happy Mother's Day, happy retirement, happy birthday, welcome, and then you have a baby. So you can mix and match these two stamp packets and this die set, and you can just go nuts with it. So this is the die I'm going to use, and I'm going to use a scrap of Bermuda Bay. And here I have my mini stamp and emboss machine. Plate 1, plate 2, card, and die. And I'm going to run this through. Now when I take this off, I want to be really careful because I don't want to lose the dot to my eye. Okay. And it's still in my die. I'm going to come over here where it's safe, and I'm going to pop that out. And we'll just leave that there because I know me. I'll lose it. So there's my birthday. And see how beautifully it popped out? Now I'm going to bring in my silicone pad. And with my glue pen, I'm going to apply glue all over the back of this. Enough so that it's going to stay. So I want to make sure I get the important parts of it. And I could run this through the Xyron, the Mini X, excuse me. Or I could use that, those adhesive sheets. But I find when it's something this small, sometimes the adhesive sheets don't work that great for me. Now I'm going to take this and I'm going to put that underneath my tag. Now I'm going to put a little dot on my eye, over my eye, and I'm going to bring in that little piece right here that I didn't want to lose. And I'm going to drop it right inside, right there. Now the last component that I need, that my customer ordered, was Wink of Stella. And I'm just going to run my Wink of Stella along all of my letters. And it goes pretty quickly. Because you'll see why I wanted to add a little bit more bling. And I thought that the Wink of Stella, since I was going to use it anyway, because it's something my customer ordered, and it's adding some nice shimmer and shine, I thought, well, let me add some more bling. So I have a sheet of little rhinestones here, and I'm just going to scatter them about my card in between my polka dots. No rhyme or reason, just wherever I think they're gonna look good. I just don't want to I don't want to make a pattern of it though. I just want to have them scattered without being in any kind of pattern. Lost it. There's one there. And come on. Another one down there. And I like that. That looks nice. So now I have a piece of basic white, and from this Well Said stamp set, I'm going to use The Best Thing About Today Is You. And I'm going to pick up on the Mango Melody ink color, and I'm going to drop that right here in the center of the inside of my card. Okay. Now with a little bit of Stamp and Seal, I'm going going to drop that in the inside of my card. And there we have it. A custom-made card using products that my customer ordered, and although there was no stamp set in there and there was no dies in there, I came up with something. So this is a great way to be able to customize your colors. If you need a Highland Heather polka dots and you don't have it, as long as you have that ink and a dauber, you can make your own polka dots, your own custom paper. So I hope you enjoyed this project, and if you did, I'd love it if you'd give me a thumbs up. And if you do not have a demonstrator with whom you work, certainly contact me through my blog, www.stampwithana.blogspot.com, and I'll be happy to get you a catalog in the mail. And I hope you'll subscribe to my channel so that you can see when new videos are posted. Thanks so much, and I'll catch you later. Bye-bye.